Coming to you from the most magical place on earth, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. We are live in the stadium at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Welcome to ESPN 8. It's the Ocho. A hot and humid day here in Central Florida as we get set to bring you some chaos on the pitch. It'll go worldwide today as it is the Omegaball World Invitational presented by Quicksilver Scientific. And you are going to want to settle in for the next hour with us. It is going to be fantastic viewing action alongside my guy and our Omegaball insider, Ricky Lopez-Espin. My name is Mark Rogandino. We're back for fast and furious action on the round pitch. And as we like to say, chaos on the field.
Chaos on the pitch. You're going to see goals. You're going to see a lot of attacking soccer. And Omegaball, you have to expect the unexpected. The thing is quick. It's action. It's chaos on the pitch. So expect a lot of goals, Mark. And I think this game is going to be the best game that we have yet. We have teams from all over the world, and we have experienced players. Yeah,
for those of you that haven't been with us, mostly it's been a domestic affair with teams coming from all over the United States. But we're adding in a Spanish team. We've got a world team. And, of course, we're representing the red, white, and blue with Team USA here this afternoon as well. Before we get into the lineups, let's take you through the rules for this one, Ricky, as it's very different than traditional 11-on-11 soccer.
You have 5 players on the field, including a goalkeeping, no offsides, no throw-ins, and you can actually score from a set piece. So you expect a lot of attacking players to express themselves. And like you said, Mark, it's going to be chaos on the pitch. Expect goals, expect a lot of players taking chances, and expect a lot of movement in around this circle.
We didn't put on there, and goalkeepers can get involved in the offensive end too, not just stopping shots, but the ability to take shots on their own. We've seen that happen plenty in the world of Omegaball since the inception over 3 years ago. Let's take you to the starting lineups now as we again have the world team, Team Spain, and Team USA. But first, it's the coin toss. And Ricky, this is the one time you want to be the odd man out. 3 people flipping the coin, but if you're the odd man out, that actually gives you the winning toss.
And it's going to be really interesting because after each period, we rotate clockwise to ensure that each team has equal play, equal environments, the sun, the rain, whatever it may come here in Omegaball, so you have the equality between all 3 teams.
I'll tell you what, we've had a ton of sun throughout the afternoon here on the Ocho. As you can see, it is the world team there in purple, Team USA. There's their starting lineup at the top. And we recognize some of those names like William Prado, Chris Cortez. We've seen these guys have success in this game before.
Specifically for Team USA, William Prado will be the player that pulls the strings almost as a defensive type of player. Christopher Cortez, a big target, number 9, so look for him to score goals. For World, Yuri Moreira, he is a player that has had a lot of experience that will be all over the field and cover every single blade of grass. And then you have the team coming from Spain. Expect them to be very connected, very technically sound, and really to grow within this Omegaball match.
They also have some veterans in the mix there for the Spanish team in the sense that they have guys upwards in the age of 48 and 47 years old, but I'm told their fitness is off the charts. How will they adapt to the humid conditions here in the state of Florida will be one of the many questions that we will continue to answer. So it looks like it will be Spain who have made the long journey across to come here to the United States and show what they can do in the round pitch as we are about ready to kick off Omegaball World Invitational here from Disney. And we're underway, and immediately Spain trying to light one up as that shot will go well wide of the target and off and running in the first couple of touches for Team USA. Now, traditionally, Ricky, we see teams start to feel each other out in this spot right here. That's Jake Corona with the ball at his feet. And you never know if this is going to be high scoring in the opening minutes or if it will take some time to start to figure out the chess match in this one.
And as we've seen through numerous of games here in Omegaball, players start to realize and understand how to operate as the game progresses. So historically, this first period is a bit slower. Good strike here.
Ricocheted ball coming off the right foot of Giaquinto, the 30-year-old construction administrator, but that one will deflect out. So again, no throw-ins here, so immediately the ball goes to one of those 3 spots around for a restart for the team closest to it. Out in front, and a spinning shot put into the back of the net right away. That one coming off of the left foot of Chris Cortez. We've seen him have success, the big fella up in front. He loves to post up in front of the net.
Just so good in terms of where he is at the right place at the right time. And when he does get in front of net, very composed. So look for him to be the focal point going forward for Team World as they open up the scoring here.
an early chance there for Team World. Team World, not just some players that we know, but actually pulling players from different parts of the globe. We've got one player from Costa Rica, we've got one player from Brazil, we've got a couple of guys that play in the MASL as that ball finds its way into the back of the net. And I believe that's 2 to get things going. O'Brien, the Orange County guy, Kyle O'Brien, putting his name on the scoring sheet here in the first opening minutes.
Good goal.
Back the other way, no doubt about it right there. So is that Spain getting on the board off of the right foot of Adolfo Enriquez? I believe it is.
Fantastic recognition there from Enriquez, just to go left foot to go right foot and pick out a corner, making life very difficult for the goalkeeper.
Speaking of goalkeeper, quickly off his line right there is Matias Ferrer. Back on the attack. Great little 1-2 right there, but it slips wide of the post. So early minutes here, and Team USA with the first couple of strikes, but a response from Team Spain, and still waiting for the first goal from the world side. Big long switch. That can open some space in Omegaball as that ball is touched out wide. Now, a little difference here in this edition of Omegaball 2, in addition to having the teams from all over the globe. For the first time, I believe we're playing this on a baseball field, and it fits perfectly in the outfield here to set up the Omegaball pitch. We'll get to your comments in a minute as that ball is cleared away. It's Team USA on the attack. Looking for it is Prado, and a big save at the other end.
You just see the movement ahead of the ball from Team USA. They have the recognition to be expansive, but also to pick out a pass. Good save in the end from Spain.
Perkinson going down to his right. We know that he has been able to pass the test when called upon from time to time. Normally did it with the Raleigh Rebels, but today he's out here for Team USA.
Mark, especially in Omegaball, the goalkeeping position is so important. Watch out.
Spain with the ball in the
Good
area,
ball.
and that one will beat Perkinson as it slides into the back of the net off of the right foot of Alejandro Pascual. That's one of those veterans I was telling you about, 48 years young.
It's the understanding and the experience from Pascual to come centrally and in the end find an easy finish for a player of his quality to get Spain tied with Team USA early in this match. And I want you to watch the movement right here, center of your screen. Good goal in the end.
Nice little wrinkle off of the set piece there to get it done. And in quick succession, goals can come really, really fast in this game. Spain will set up, try and defend now as this long ball over the top, as it's Team USA in the whites with the ball. Running in onto his left foot. That one will ricochet off the crossbar, coming off of the left foot of Cortez. He's already got one. Is there a second bite of the apple here for Team USA? Searching, and the shot deflected as O'Brien driving it right in toward the near post.
You've seen the movement of Cortez, the ability to pull the trigger from every single part of this field in Omegaball as a goal-scoring opportunity. Cortez and Team USA have done a really good job at starting quick.
Now it's the world team trying to play out from the back. Long ball to switch the point of attack. Some skill in tight space and a save. Will that one find the net? No, it's tipped up and over the crossbar. That one will go out for another restart. 3 for Spain, 2 for Team USA. That one misses by a slim margin and out of play. So the world team with the 8 minutes left here in this opening period. Ricky still trying to find their footing here. But as we've seen in this competition so many times before, a team can start slowly, but it's how you finish. And when you take those opportunities, as that one will go wide, left foot of Canale looking for the upper corner.
Especially in Omegaball, if you are comfortable in tight spaces, it just gives you a luxury to have because it requires so much attention, and that allows you to play to the opposite side of this field. And let's be very clear here, Mark, in a traditional soccer game, you only have to defend 1 goal and attack 1 goal. In Omegaball, you have to defend 2, and you can score in either other.
Head on a swivel is how I like to describe it. 7.5 minutes to go here in this opening period. Remember, we play 3 periods, and these teams can substitute in a hockey fashion on the fly. So you really want to make sure you keep fresh legs. We've discussed it with several different players. A little selfless point here as Ricky and Rogo, if you haven't seen it on YouTube, it's the newest sensation. Every now and then we get on there and discuss Omegaball. You'll want to check it out on the Omegaball YouTube channel without question. Enough on that. Team USA in on the attack. Cortez, and that one finds the net. Is that O'Brien again? The Orange County guy, he's got his own private training with Icon Soccer and he privately tucked that one away.
All about the decision-making here from Christopher Cortez as he requires 2 players for Spain. That allows O'Brien a lot of areas to just operate in. Good goal for this Team USA.
It's a little too early to probably talk about that it could be Spain and USA starting to team up against the world team, who are goalless so far in this first period, as that one is intended for Cortez. Did he get ahead to it to keep it in? No, it'll just dip out of play. And you see how quickly the Spanish team put it back into play. Spain ripping the possession away and then trying to attack, but that one is deflected out.
It's always interesting, Rogo, when you look at especially a first period in Omegaball, teams trying to understand the tactics and how they want to approach the game. Do they want to be as expansive as they possibly can? Do they want to be connected so they can play in central locations? So we're seeing a lot of different approaches in terms of the tactics in this period. Space
here for the world team, still looking for their first goal, chopping it back onto the right foot. And that one will wind up into the gloves of Ferrer, the 31-year-old Spanish keeper. Not great on the distribution there, and that's a chance for world team to come right back. Ferrer with the first save, and you almost had O'Brien on the doorstep to tuck it home.
Almost a vulture goal for O'Brien, picking up the spaces, trying to find an easy goal. Left side of your screen, it's a good save in the end for Ferrer to push it wide and not give up a rebound. But we've seen really interesting, only both teams attacking 1 goal. No one has put their foot on it and tried to change the point of attack.
Well, and then we saw the goalkeeper coming out of the area as Luis Virueta was out there outside of his area to try and contribute on the attacking end. And for those that did not see it right there, that chance when Ricky mentioned the word vulture goal is a big save right there. When one team is attacking a goal and all of a sudden a loose ball pops up, there's still another team that has the opportunity to try and tuck one home from close range. Great turn onto the right foot, and the shot off of Yuri Moreira is saved.
Tell you what, Kenneth Perkinson's having himself a really good period, the goalkeeper for Team USA.
Will this ball stay in? No, it dips out. But closest to it right there is the world team. And so that means Nieto will have the opportunity to put it back in play. Now they're going to leave it for Team USA. Love the new kits that we have as well here in the Omegaball World Invitational down here in Orlando, Florida. Off and running. Here comes Team USA looking for another. The unselfish pass there from Prado, but maybe should have been better served to pull the trigger himself.
You need to pull the trigger there if you are William Prado, especially with the talent and the quality that he has. He's about 7 yards out. Why not have a go?
Big switch here, and it's Cortez now flashing a bit of skill with the left foot. He'll bring the ball back inside. One more pass, the unselfish play. Does it work out this time? Off of the post one more time. Follow-up second chance. Great turn out in front. But no, Spain with some defenders back there and now quickly back on the attack the other way, and that one is tucked home. End-to-end stuff. You've got to love it, and that's off the left foot of Giaquinto.
Just how quickly this Omegaball game can turn on its head, turning their defense into offense, and it comes down to the quality here from Giaquinto, just to slow himself down, get his feet underneath him, and just simply open up his hips to put it past Ferguson.
3 minutes and change, Ricky, left here in this opening period, and I think Team USA is going to rue those chances right there. They had some great work in the build-up, but couldn't execute with the final touch.
Need to be efficient, need to be ruthless when you do get in front of goal here in Omegaball.
Enriquez will play the square ball all the way across. No immediate pressure on the Spanish team. And now all the way back here for Perkins. Playing out from the back. Long switch. Look at all the open space in the middle part of the park here in Florida. Off and running. Still trying to create an opportunity. Great back post ball! And O'Brien does it one more time to put 4 on the board for Team USA.
Decision-making quality, all of the above from Chris Cortez just to slow himself down, and that gives O'Brien the ability just to peel off the shoulder of the Spanish defender. Easy goal in the end. And USA 4-4 with tied with Spain.
He's not going to get an easier look than that. They created some chances just moments ago that were much more difficult and couldn't finish, but a nice tap in there on the first time. Ball into the back of the net. So now Spain will start from their own end. This is Matias Ferrer. Distribution, little long ball over the top. That will go out of play. So Virueta in goal for the world team. Been beat a couple of times so far here in this first period. We've got 2 minutes left. Ball over the top. The world team looking for their first goal. And Canale could not put it past the defender, so it'll come out for a restart here at the bottom of your screen.
what we've seen from Team Spain, how defensively they've approached, and watch this goalkeeper here.
Pirueta coming forward, and again plays the ball with a little too much heat on it, so it dips out of play.
Just notice Team Spain is not on the ball when they're out of possession. They drop 3 players right in front of their goalkeeper, so approaching this game a little bit more defensively than we've seen historically.
Overlapping run, will it pay off here? Nifty bit of skill, and the ball does just go out over the line. Spain trying to collectively get the build-up to get some numbers in and around the area. World team back the other way, still searching for it. Canale searching for a window to maybe put a shot on frame. Instead elects to go back the other way. Team USA, though, step in to win the possession. Final minute coming up here in this first period. O'Brien's already got 3, but the left-footed effort will be wide.
Good opportunity here for O'Brien, just trying to slow himself down and shift it to his left foot to try to find that ball back across, but just pulls it wide.
Starting from the back once again for the Spanish side. They traveled all the way across the pond to come here, made their way to Florida on on Wednesday. Got themselves settled in, tried to acclimate as best they could. Glancing header will go wide there. So in these final few seconds, it looks like we might stand at 4-4 between Spain and Team USA, and the world team coming up goose eggs possibly here, Ricky, in this opening period.
Surprising, especially with the quality on this world side. You look at a player like Canale, Urieta, the goalkeeper, Gomez, Moreira, players that have had success.
Is there time for O'Brien? There was not, and the final few seconds will tick off the board as the first period comes to a close. So Team USA taking the lead, but that man there, the All-American at Vanguard University, Kyle O'Brien, had 3 of the 4 first period goals for Team USA. Not bad from Team Spain, though. They got a 4 on the board, too. The world team still looking for their first. Second period is next. Today's Omegaball World Invitational is brought to you by Quinton Sport, pure, natural, powerful seawater. Quicksilver Scientific, advanced liposomal supplements. Serobin, the world's best recycle bin. Go to serobin.com. Shupaka Alpaca, apparel and home. And by Turf Tank, perfect lines every time, effortlessly. We bring you back to the most magical place on earth. It's the second period, quickly underway as Team Spain and Team USA both finding the back of the net 4 times in the opening period of play, but the world team still looking for their first of the afternoon here in Orlando, Florida, alongside our Omegaball expert, Ricky Lopez-Espin. My name is Mark Rogandino. Happy to have you along here on the Ocho. I thought maybe that might be the chance, Ricky, for the world side, but just out of reach on that little ball over the top.
Going to be intriguing to see, especially for the world side. Will they change the point of attack in the way that they approach this game tactically, because they needed to figure something out going forward.
Great ball up top. Some patience here from Team USA. Prado will play it all the way back for his experienced keeper in Kenneth Perkinson. Now the big ball over the top, and that's one thing that is different in Omegaball, Ricky, is the fact that the keepers have to be accurate with distribution, not just with their feet, but also with their hands.
Just so important, just the quality of the goalkeeper, the ability to almost play as another field player when you are on the ball, because it gives you the ability to be more aggressive to the players higher up the field, but also goalkeepers can score, so there is an opportunity that they can pull the trigger if they get caught sleeping.
Off his line, and finally the world side is on the board as the quick ball over the top. Kenneth Perkinson is beat, and the ball finds its way into the back of the net. So the goose egg is gone as the world side get their first of this afternoon. No time to wait, though. Team USA with a response. Back on the other side, and a quick shot into the lower corner. So Team USA takes a lead for a second time here.
Good ball here.
Now Spain looking to respond over the top. Canale with the collection on the chest, but he could not finish it with the right-footed volley.
We've seen Canale operating at the bottom of your screen, doing a really good job at understanding when his goalkeeper does get the ball, he just tries to make the field as big as he possibly can to give an avenue to play into him.
Perkinson will play it into space. Tough ball to handle as it just zips out on the heavy first touch from Prado. It'll come back to the circle here for a free kick, put back into play by Jorge Bustos. Spain trying the long distance effort, but you see Perkinson well off his line. Now this is what I'm talking about in terms of distribution, but didn't get it done over the top off the long right-handed throw.
And we're seeing Team World change the way that they're setting up defensively. 2 players back, allowing good option here.
Spain, good flick, and that one is over the top of the bar.
You see the frustration there from Pascual. He needs to be hitting the target. It's a free shot from about 6 yards out. Would have been tying this game 5-5 with USA.
That one will tie the game, Ricky, on cue with the left-footed effort right there. So back to even between Team USA and the Spanish team. Spanish team in the red kits, all white for Team USA, and then the purple violet kits, if you will, for the world team who finally got on the board in the early minutes of this second period. Great wide shot there to show you the beautiful surface here at the ESPN World of Sports. Tackled away. USA on the attack.
You need to connect that pass. You need to connect that pass. It'd be a 3v1 going the other way for Team USA. Good recognition from the goalkeeper.
But instead, it's the world team coming back. Pass intended for Canale on the back post. He also had another option there in Rosario standing at the top of the area. 5-5-1, your score line here as we're just under the first few minutes of this second period. Prado. Bit of skill here to get past the first challenge, and what a finish as he curls it to the far side. The midfielder flexing some of his skill right there.
Fantastic 1v1 ability here from Will Prado. I just want you to notice how he just continues to back up and let the ball come to him. That blanks the defender. It's an easy quality finish for a player as his talented as he is.
World team will come back and try and respond. Perkinson down on the turf, and he somehow finds it and quickly rolls it out. O'Brien already off to a great start and good skill to switch it onto his left foot and tuck it home.
But it comes down to the recognition from Villon to quickly get the ball out of his feet and play it into O'Brien, and that is exactly where you want O'Brien operating, right in front of the goal, 1v1. Just look at this little move here. Whoops! Thank you very much. USA has 7 on the board.
That's a little futsal rollover right there, putting it onto his left foot right there. World team will respond, though, as they will get their second. And it comes off of the right foot of Yuri Morera, the 38-year-old forward, wanting to get in on the act. So maybe starting to close the gap a little bit, and the world want to join in the competition here at the Omegaball World Invitational. Loose ball pops loose, and there is Morera. Does he have more in his tank right here? Playing the ball back toward his own goal. So some safety first as Virueta, who plays in the Major Arena Soccer League for the Tacoma Stars. He was beaten a few times, though, there. Morera here. Almost deflected it in past Perkinson.
It's a really good run from Morera. Just his first touch lets him down a little bit too heavy, allowing the defender to come in.
You're starting to see, Ricky, a little slow maybe for Spain. Is it the humid, hot conditions here in Florida? I've got to imagine it's a little different than what they're experiencing in Barcelona right now. Into the corner, same spot, same result. Prado does it again.
Third goal in the afternoon for William Prado, and it's just his positioning is everything. Him and O'Brien doing a really good job at just playing a two-man game.
Speaking of two-man game, great little 1-2 there to spring the shot for the Spanish side. It whizzes wide of the far post. And look at the quick distribution. Trying to get out in the attack. Giveaway. The world team will step in front of their own goal and pick up possession. On the attack, 3 attackers there for the world side, but you see 3 Team USA defenders in there, and Perkinson as well. Some tight space there along that line.
Good save.
Big save from Perkinson. Morera, one more time, and he zips it over the crossbar.
Just you do not need to go for power there. If you are Morera, you're about 10 yards out. Simply just open up your hips and pass it into a corner. We're starting to see Team World, specifically Canale and Morera, starting to get a little bit of rhythm here.
Ball stays in for Team USA. O'Brien showing to try and get the ball at his feet, but instead it's the switch all the way across. Is this Prado one more time? Onto the right foot and tucked home. Goals coming in bunches for Team USA. And most of it coming through William Prado and Kyle O'Brien leading the way for the red, white, and blue.
Prado and O'Brien have 4 out of the 9 goals for Team USA. It's about the patience here to let O'Brien pull the defender, and that opens up the avenue to find the back of the net.
And all of a sudden, Team USA starting to pull out their biggest lead of the afternoon so far. Stepping away from pressure. O'Brien just at the edge. Chops it back onto his left foot, and then he sends it up and over the crossbar. Quick restart for the world team. And look at Perkinson off of his line to make sure he gets to the clearance.
You gotta love that, Rogo. As a former goalkeeper, music to your ears.
Always love to give love to the guys wearing the mitts, no question about it. That one will drift all the way through.
Getting a little bit slow now for Team Spain. You start to see the legs start to fatigue a little bit, and this is when USA can make their move to really stretch their lead.
That one was just out of the reach of Chris Cortez. 37-year-old forward got the scoring going early in this one in the first period, but he's been quite quiet since, but he didn't need to be making much noise there as O'Brien and Prado have taken up the slack without question. Bending into the corner and a beautiful finish as Spain not about to go away just yet. That one off the right foot of Avila.
It's great recognition from Enriquez, first of all, just to roll it into the path, allowing Avila to strike it first time, open up his hips and simply find that top corner. No goalkeeper stopping that.
Yeah, look at Perkinson, his feet frozen in cement right there. Didn't even lay out. It was perfectly placed in the top drawer. Just under 4 minutes to go in this second period. And the goals have started to come more frequently, including 2 from the world team as they went scoreless in the opening period. This is Team USA on the ball, and And they'll reset it through their goalkeeper, Kenneth Perkinson, up and over the top. Tough to bring down with the chest right there for a good old Sal Perez. We know Sal Perez.
Just need a little bit more quality there from Sal Perez. Technique kind of lacking in that last ball.
Listen, you got to give him a little bit of leeway. He's just coming out of retirement. He's the prodigal son out there in North Carolina. Nice little 1-2 to spring things out of the back for Team USA. Not about to slow up. There's a good pass from Sal Perez across the face of goal. And was that Cortez who tucked it home?
But it tells you about the importance of the goalkeeper to pull out Team Spain. Watch out. ESPN top 10. Considered top 10.
Bicicleta there from Morera. No, excuse me, it's from Canale.
Just the athletic ability, the ruthlessness, the tenaciousness, the audacity, and the efficiency from Canale there. Great goal.
Love to see it, Ricky, but they're going to need a lot more than just that if they're going to get back into this as we start to head toward the third period. 2.5 minutes to play here with Team USA. Already hitting double digits here in the second period. Villon switching directions onto the right foot. Looking for the corner is Jake Corona. He's the captain of the team.
That is a perfect, watch out, cross form. That last action for Team USA, it's a fantastic recognition from Villon that you can start one way and then quickly change the point of attack to go the other way.
And another one, but that one will go wide. It's been a series of narrow misses, and that's why the world team only sitting on 3 goals so far as we close in on the end of 2 periods. Just under 2 minutes to play. Tucked home. And Team Spain finding a way to get themselves back in it.
Great first touch here from Bustos to simply drop this ball. Now he allows himself to hit it with the second touch and simply just guides it into that far post by the goalkeeper. Good post finish.
Goals coming in bunches now. Spain closing the gap back to 3 against Team USA. That's how it happens, folks, in Omegaball. You lull to sleep for maybe seconds, not minutes, but then all of a sudden the goals will come in bunches, as we've seen here. Team USA had their run earlier, Ricky, here in this second period, and now Spain trying to close the gap.
Have to stay tuned in mentally, physically, because things can change, and they can change quickly here in Omegaball.
No pressure on Perkinson until it finally does come through Adolfo Enriquez. Top of the area, first time ball, hit off of the right foot of Bustos. Didn't quite make the contact he wanted to. And so the world side will put it back in play through Morera. Big switch. And the legs starting to become a little heavy. That break here between the second and third period will probably help all 3 of these sides.
First thing that goes when you start to get tired is the mental side of the game, your decision making, but also the technical ability starts to drop, and we're starting to see a little bit good goal there.
Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about. Intended for Villon on Team USA, but spinning in is Nieto to put it away.
Just an instinctual finish from Nieto, low and hard, always gives you a chance, just wrong foots the goalkeeper and gives Team Rome their 4th to end this period.
So the horn will sound on the second period, and that means we turn our attention, and it is all to play for in the third period. Right now you got Team USA leading the way, but Team Spain right on their heels. Let's not leave out the world side. It's all to play for. Next. Third period just around the corner in the Omegaball World Invitational presented by Quicksilver Scientific. We have had two fantastic and dynamic periods of play here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Spain on the attacking end, but Team USA right there to capitalize, Ricky.
We're starting to see the experience come out from this Team USA side, and it comes down to decision-making, especially when they get in front of goal. They have one, they have two options, and more importantly, they're composed. And look how many times they pick out a corner, and also the movement ahead of the ball, and also a little bit of flair. Team USA has been fantastic through the first two periods.
Spain not to be left out of the party. They had a couple of sequences of their own. Started to get the heavy legs maybe a little bit in the second period, and we'll keep an eye on that in the third. But when they combine, that's when they were finding good chances.
That is when they're at their best, this Spanish side, the ability to play in tight spaces, but also be very technically sound. For this Team Spain, it's all about getting in a rhythm and finding consistency.
Well, you got to stay hydrated when you're out here, and what better way to do it than with Quinton Sport, pure, natural, powerful seawater. The players have access to it as well. It's great advanced sports nutrition, and you see that sachet there. It's easy to take. The players are getting into it. And guess what? It's the third period coming up next from the ESPN Wide World of Sports. All to play for on Omegaball's World Invitational. Bring you back on the Ocho as we are set for the third period of the Omegaball World Invitational presented by Quicksilver Scientific. World team with the chance to get things going, and the right-footed volley there from Thomas Alessandro Canale, who had an acrobatic effort there earlier. He's denied, though, as that one is deflected out of play. Ricky Lopez-Espin, Mark Rogandino, and the rest of our team here with you on the Ocho, as it is a great afternoon of all sorts of sports, including Omegaball. Some chaos on the pitch, and the world team trying to chase their way back into it here in the third, Ricky.
You just see how many numbers they have attacking this one goal, so if you can get your foot on the ball.
Loose ball, and it is tucked away. Perkinson tried to slide to push it away, but I think it was Rosario that was there. Oh, no, it was Canale.
Good goal for Team World. Yes, it gets another point on the score sheet, but also mentally to get yourself in a rhythm. It's going to be a big third period. They need to get quick. Good move.
Excellent move, and then the finish at the far post. Canale single-handedly trying to bring the world team back. Listen, Ricky, the world team had 0 goals in the first period, but they did outscore Spain 4-3 in the second, and now they've found 2 more here in the third. They might jump in front of the Spanish side, and Team USA best wake up.
Momentum is a real thing in Omegaball, and we're seeing Canale and Team World starting to make a push towards Team USA, and more importantly, Team Spain, almost a goal apart.
A rare whistle for a free kick as Cortez will put it back in play on the feet to William Prado. No immediate pressure on Prado. See if he exploits that space. Little ball down against the line. And the left-footed finish soars wide.
It's been really impressed with Team USA how comfortable they are in terms of their combination play, but also in tight spaces. Just lacking that last bit of quality from Villon there.
So Spain with the restart. And attacking the space themselves across the Omegaball logo in the middle part of the round pitch. Perkinson at the edge of his area to make the save, and the follow-up chance is headed away by O'Brien defensively. Loose ball out in front, and a recovery there on the run by Villon to save things. Now back out the other way. Cortez, left foot, and he sends it wide.
Brilliant pick out from Villon. Just slow the game down, which gives Chris Cortez acres of space to operate in. You just see the frustration from the big striker. Should find the back of the net.
Yeah, beautiful job, as you said, to slow the game down, which isn't easy to do always in tight space in front of your own goal. Return pass, Canale couldn't hold on to it, and a whistle will halt the action for a moment. So Team USA on 10, that's how they ended the second period. The world side has added 2 to notch themselves up to 6. And now maybe 7, no, but Perkinson with the save there.
Canale and Moreira for Team World are doing a good job of playing off of one another. In the end, good save from Perkinson.
Prado picking out the corner with no problem at all. It's Paco Prado to give an 11 on the board for Team USA.
His 5th this afternoon for Prado.
The response, zipping over the bar, as Pirueta had to go up and make sure it indeed was over the top of the goal. A little bit of confusion as to where that should have started. I believe it should start at the bottom of the screen on the near side here, but instead the referee's letting Team Spain play from the far side. Nonetheless, Team Spain chasing is now only a 1-goal margin in front of the world side, and they trail Team USA by 4. Here is España. Searching, see if they can find some juice in the tank. Perkinson, big save to deny the first chance. And now out and running is O'Brien. Look at Cortez making the run. Cortez, first time into the net.
Just watch it, Chris Cortez. It's a fantastic look for Mark Cruz to see his run develop from a weak side. Crashes right to the central part of the goal. Good decision from O'Brien, and an easy finish in the end for Team USA.
Not sure what the defender was doing there for Team Spain, just kind of hanging out of the back post. You can't do that. And now all of a sudden some life from Villon as he strips the possession back for Team USA. The big switch here. Prado downshifts into another gear. Back post run from O'Brien. Instead, it's deflected in, and it counts just the same. Should be a goal for Team USA, as it deflected off of one of the Spanish defenders, and it is.
You see the lack of movement ahead of the ball right now for Team Spain, those heavy legs.
Heavy legs, because O'Brien had another one. He tried the move that he used in the second period. Usually if it works the first time, why not try it again, but not today.
Good decision from the goalkeeper not to get beat by the same type of movement from O'Brien. quickly makes himself big and cuts down the angle.
That's the Spanish keeper, Mateus Ferrer, who came all the way out, cutting down the angle. Can Spain pull one back here? Good yes, ball. They can. The right-footed shot by Samuel Perez up into the corner. That's another one of those veterans, the 46-year-old sales rep and big-time Real Madrid fan.
Shows a little bit of the strength and body control to fend off the goalkeeper and get his hip squared just to roof the ball.
Pulling one back is Spain, and all of a sudden the goals have dried up for the world side after they scored 2 quick ones to open up this third period. And the momentum is certainly in favor of the red, white, and blue. No sense of urgency. You got to come and chase and win the ball back here as we're ticking down to 7 minutes left in this 2025 Omegaball World Invitational. O'Brien opens the hips on the logo. Back the other way, but instead wisely plays back for Perkinson.
Start to see the experience coming out for this Team USA side, understanding the scoreline, but also understanding that the two opposite teams are starting to become a little bit heavier, don't want to press, so just drain the clock and try to secure this win.
Not a bad idea there from Pirueta, as he thought the ball went out and he could just pull one from the rack next to the goal. But instead, it had to go to the circle and a free kick. Look at Perkinson providing another opportunity in another passing lane. Prado into the space. You've got to force the issue if you're Team Spain right now or the world team. O'Brien one more time. And if we're putting together man of the match, it looks like it's going to be a 2-horse race between Kyle O'Brien and William Prado today, Ricky.
Those two players have 10 combined goals out of the 14 for Team USA. It's the decision-making, it's the maturity, and the quality from those two players.
Spain looking for an answer. Pirueta out off his line, cutting the angle and forcing that one to go wide. Spain appear to want to try and challenge the defense of the world side and continually get the ball in possession and attack to that side of the Omegaball pitch.
That's when you need a player essentially that can put their foot on the ball, slow the game down in theory, and that gives you the option to go to one goal, but also to change your point of attack and go towards the other goal.
Off the big switch. O'Brien with space, not under any pressure. And all the way back for Cortez. Centering pass. Is there one more? There is. 2 big balls over the top, and then all of a sudden the short one for Villon to tuck it away, and that's 15 for Team USA.
What we've seen from Team USA that makes them so effective is their movement off of the ball, to change the side of the field, but also to have a third-man run from a deep-lying position. It's a nightmare to track, and that's why you start to see numerical overloads come into play for Team USA.
Off and running here is Canale. Can he do it himself? He runs into 2 Team USA defenders, including William Paco Prado. And now O'Brien will send it back for Prado.
Just look at the spacing right now for Team USA. You have Prado central, you have Chris Cortez to one side of the field, and then you have O'Brien towards the other. Prado's going to play centrally, and then you have Villon at the base of that formation just to pull the strings.
And the big switch like that, although that was an errant one off the right foot of Villon. Now remember, it's important for people to know, this Team USA side, they've added a couple of other pieces, but they've won an Omegaball Invitational before, but they did so hanging onto the rope at the very, very end down in San Diego in December. They had a sizable lead, and all of a sudden it was one of the other 2 teams that came back and made it all the way down to the closing seconds before they closed it out. Good spinning shot off the right foot of Yuri Morera, and the world team pulls one back.
That extra effort there from Morera just to get right in front of Kenneth Perkinson and win his first touch, sets him up for success. Now he has the option to go to the near post and also to one-foot the goalkeeper to the far post.
Is it going to be too little, too late? I feel like the narrative would be Team Spain ran out of energy in this one, and Team World ran out of time. Team USA with a comfortable lead. 7 in front of Team Spain and 8 in front of the world side. Good 1-2 there. Cortez will put it into the near post.
Just so clever. Chris Cortez is understanding the movement to slow the game down, make his defender bite in, and that's when he plays around the corner and advances.
Big ball over the top is a good one, and Prado couldn't bring it down with his second touch, so it deflects out. But you see a little grimace there, a little smile spurt
Starting to feel it
from William Prado. He senses that his team is about to crown themselves as the kings here in the 2025 Omegaball World Invitational, grinding through the hot and humid conditions here in Orlando, Florida. Perkinson to leave it there.
Good decision from Kenneth Perkinson, just to release some of the pressure that he's been under here.
Safety first. Morera. Canale.
Really important, Rogo, when heavy legs start to set in. Now it comes down to doing the basics very well. Your first touch needs to be clean, allowing you to find that second pass, but even find a shot with the second touch that you touch the ball.
And every time for Team USA, it's just clean on the ball here, not trying to force anything. Virueta forces Perkinson into a big-time save. Team USA's keeper making sure that the cushion in terms of a lead stays intact. Nieto. Under 2 minutes to play in the third and final period. Cortez will add another one for Team USA. And that might be the end of it. That was maybe off of the right foot of Jake Corona, wasn't it? Spain says not so fast, Rogandino. That one coming off of Miguel Angel, tucking it at home.
Good save from Perkinson to stay up as long as he can to make himself big.
Maybe a little unorthodox, Ricky, but it got the job done. Villon might not get the spotlight and the headlines that Prado and O'Brien will get out of this Team USA performance, but he certainly played a role in helping them get to this sizable lead as we tick toward the final minute of this third period.
Villon just gives Team USA the foundation, the structure defensively, understanding that he's going to cover a lot of the ground and just play in between the lines.
And remember, in the third and final period, when the ball does go out of play in the last 2 minutes, the clock will stop. So the world team trying to pull something back. Look at Virueta all the way out from his area. He wants to get his name on the scoring summary. Good tracking from behind.
You're right, it's just too long. You need to take that first touch out of your body and find a teammate right there.
They're going to give him the goal. They will give that goal to the world team. Standing there on the back post to finish it was Felipe Gomez. Perkinson going to try his own, and there it is! He catches Matias Ferrer off of his line, and a beautiful little half volley. Watch Perkinson.
We talk about the goalkeepers all the time, recognizing, but also the quality to find the back of the net, not even a bounce. Great goal from Perkinson.
One more. Jake Corona, though, he bangs it off of the post on the right-hand side. You know, we said earlier, Rick, you love to give the goalkeepers a little bit of flash, a little bit of love, and Perkinson deserves every bit of it right there, not just for the saves, but the fantastic finish from distance.
The recognition, but also the efficiency and the quality to actually execute it. Kenneth Perkinson has done a really good job of not only saving some fantastic goals, but also being a focal point defensively for Team USA.
We said that this one might have the potential to be one of the highest scoring affairs we've seen in an Omegaball Invitational. 34 goals on the board. And we still got a few seconds left as Perkinson flashing the leather right there with the gloves to bury it away. One more long distance shot. Clock will stop just for a moment here. But it is all but wrapped up, and Team USA coming to defend their home turf here. Ricky Lopez Espin. It was a little tight in the first period with both teams, Spain and USA, scoring 4 apiece, but the fitness of Team USA with just a few seconds left pulling away to crown themselves 2 1. And yes, Team USA, they are your 2025 Omegaball World Invitational winners tonight.
Deserving from Team USA. They had an identity. They know how they wanted to approach this game defensively, offensively, and when they did get in front of goal, they were ruthless, and they had too much quality. The deserving winners of the World Men's Invitational.
There you see William Prado. He had a huge hand in it, as in the end, Team USA pull away. For Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Mark Rogandino. Thanks for having us on the Ocho.